Hello, and welcome to another edition of Play Underground at the No Theater, brought to you by Joe Mock and the Real Pro team at Cutler Real Estate. So, as we do at every single start to the Play Undergrounds, we're going to raise a glass to Joe Mock and the Real Pro team. Thank you all for sponsoring every single Play Underground this season. Alex made a Sazerac, and it's delicious. And we're going to have more cocktails and cookies tonight with Emily Borst.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can everyone see and hear me? Yes? We're going to roll with it. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm so excited to be here once again, making some cookies and some cocktails with everybody. I hope you're excited to be here. We also have lovely Zach here tonight as well. Hopefully, maybe also Alex popping in to chit chat.
Hi, I'm here.
About
Alex
Christmas
will definitely be in the chat.
I love it. We're popping in with some lovely times about Christmas. My illustrious co-host Julie, who was here last time, is sick, so send her thoughts. She's okay, but she's just not here tonight. But tonight we are going to be making molasses cookies and also French martinis. So, ooh, get excited. So, all right, we ready to get going?
Yeah, most definitely. Let's make some things and drink some cocktails.
Amazing. Let's go. Okay, so molasses cookies, if you don't know, are essentially what gingerbread cookies are, but we're not going to be making full gingerbread men because if you make gingerbread men, you have to do some extra stuff. You have to like make sure the dough is chilled so that when you roll it out and make your little gingerbread men, they don't like become giant monster gingerbread men in the oven. That's a tip if you're going to make gingerbread men or sugar cookies this year. You're really going to want to, after you make the dough, put it in your fridge for like an hour because that'll stop it from like getting monster ginger people. But today we're just going to make molasses cookies, which are generally just like a circular, regular cookie shape. And I'm going to be trying to check in with the chat too. So if you have any questions, Christmas. So I guess what I'm saying,
This is my favorite Christmas of all time.
It's great. It was so fun. But I did have that moment in the night where, like when you've had too much and you don't really feel it, but you go to the bathroom and then you sit and you're like, oh no. And it's like the world comes crashing in. And I was of age and everything, but I got very worried that my family was going to know I was drunk. So I was like, I have to sober up right now. So
I totally already knew.
Yeah, I was like, they don't care, but I was like, they're gonna be embarrassed of me. But I don't know. I've always felt weird about random things for no reason. So as I'm talking, I'm adding 1/4 of a cup of molasses, which I hope was the measurement. It was. I was like, I'm just chit chatting, We're out here. Ugh. So we're tossing that in there. Another Christmas tradition, as I said, if you follow me on Facebook, my other goal tonight was to convert you to the religion of Muppet Christmas Carol, which is, I love Christmas movies. I think they're very fun. In the past couple years, I've gotten really into like all those cheesy Christmas romance films. And before you're like, ugh, have you watched them? They're incredible. They're very bad, but they're very fun. And I really love like the Netflix ones because I feel like the Netflix ones especially like know what they're about. They're like, this is dumb. This is a movie where Vanessa Hudgens plays 3 Vanessa Hudgenses and you love it. And you're like, you know what? I do. But side tangent aside, best Christmas movie, maybe best movie of all time, Muppet Christmas Carol. Guys, it's so good. It's like the best movie adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Wow. So great.
This is a fact.
It's a fact. And freaking, there's like an interview on PBS with like Charles Dickens scholars. And they're like, it's the best Christmas Carol. And you're going to sit here and you're going to argue with Charles Dickens scholars? Insane. How could you?
I would like to point out a thing from the chat. Caitlin says her Christmas tradition is her casually waiting at bars, still working on her first drink, while Emily is on her third. Merry Christmas.
Listen. Sometimes, so I'm a Borst, and in the Borst family, we drink. Anyway, I make it sound like my family's a bunch of alcoholics. We're not. We're fine. I think. I don't know. We're a bunch of like Irish Catholics and German Catholics. So you do the math. So we're going to be adding some various spices. I can't talk. I'm great at this. I have a degree in theater. So we're going to be adding some spices. So we're going to do a fourth of a teaspoon of ground cloves, which fun fact, for a long time I didn't have ground cloves. So I would kind of just throw in other spices like pumpkin pie spice. It's whatever. It always kind of worked out. Oh, yeah, people are commenting about the Vanessa Hudgenses. Yes, guys, Princess Switch 2 is about 3 Vanessa Hudgenses. This movie is like at least solidly 1/3 just Vanessa Hudgens doing like various accents. It's a gosh dang delight. I highly recommend. And they're very fun, especially I always love watching movies with people and just like yelling over the movie. So those movies are perfect for that. So we're throwing in some cinnamon, which I think was also a fourth. I think it's all fourth of a teaspoons for this. I'm saying it like you know. Actually, cinnamon is a teaspoon and a fourth. So you know what? We already threw in a fourth. So we're going to throw in another teaspoon because I'm just chitty chatting while we're doing this. Oh, the official no theater opinion of the plural of Vanessa Hudgens is Hudgenai. So.
Yeah, that's an official opinion.
That's the official, the to the media press release of
it is.
Your opinion.
We actually sent one out. We're trying to see if Local 5 will cover it.
Oh, but they're great. Oh, another new one on Netflix was Jingle Jangle, which was cute. It was a fun little musical.
I just like that for the name alone, Jingle Jangle.
And the thing is, like, his last name is Jangle. They never specifically say Jingle Jangle, but I was like, it's Christmas. It's cool. Who cares?
It's a Netflix Christmas movie. There's no real effort.
Speaking of like Netflix, this was not Netflix. I think this was a Lifetime one, but it was on Netflix for a really long time. There's one, it's 2 teaspoons of ground ginger. Whatever. We're gonna just fix this. But oh no. There was one called The Spirit of Christmas that was about a woman who is trying to sell like a house, and she finds out it's haunted by a hunky ghost, and she falls in love with it. It's just like the worst, the whole movie. And we were supposed to root for her. Wrong. Don't be bad. So French martinis. We have vodka. As we learned last time, a shot is actually 1.5 ounces, which I personally think is weird. It should just be 1 or it should be 2, but it's 1.5 ounces. So what we're putting in is going to be 2 ounces of vodka, and because shots are dumb and they're 1.5 ounces, I have to make a little baby half shot. Throw that in there. You can just guzzle the vodka if you want to. I might not recommend it, but you can live your life. And then we're gonna throw in some pineapple juice. A thing everyone has in their home. Not really. But I got this at Party Source. I think it was like $1. So you can get it. You can also, frankly, get canned pineapple. Take the juice out of there if you really want to. Who cares? And that is going to be 1 ounce of pineapple juice. But I made this drink for myself earlier, and personally, I thought it tasted like just kind of like straight vodka. So I'm going to toss in a little extra pineapple juice to just cut it down a little bit. If you're interested in why it's called a French martini, it's not French in any way. It was made in the 80s in New York. And they call it French because it has Chambord in it, which is probably not pronounced like that. But it is a French liqueur. So they were like, French martini. But I'm making it in honor of my lovely, lovely friends because we would always get sushi. And when we go to get sushi, we would get French martinis. When we're allowed to go into restaurants again, we became Team Ichiban, which is, if you're from this area, you've probably heard of like Cloud9 Sushi. Ichiban's like a little down the street, and they have $5 drink specials, and they're super, super good. I highly recommend their French martinis there. They also have great Mai Tais, but those Mai Tais will really mess you up, so just watch out. And we're just gonna, yep. One day I'll have a real cocktail shaker, but it's not this day.
What are you using for a cocktail shaker, though?
I was too far away. I didn't hear you.
What are you using for a cocktail shaker?
This is my Anastasia cup from when I saw Anastasia on Broadway. Because, guys, I think I said this last time, when you see a Broadway show, they charge you legit $25 for a drink. Not kidding. Like, they charge you so much money. So I was like,
you might as well get the cup.
Yeah, they give you the cup at least. I think you're paying partially for the cup. So yeah, they charge you so much money. It's absolutely wild. Ooh, so just gonna pour it in there. I chilled this glass because I'm classy. Um, there's that. I also have my cup from when we saw Frozen because my drink at Frozen was also like $25, which is insane. But you're there and you're like, I can't not be drinking wine while Elsa sings Let It Go. I just can't. So
How else am I to feel the winter magic?
I have to cry. I have to cry because I love her so much.
Wine, help me cry.
It's super yummy.
How did it go?
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you know, if you go out to buy Chambord, it's like really expensive. Party Source has these like teeny ones that's like $10, which is they're dead now. We would go to, I feel like closer to me there was a Hollywood Video, which I don't even know if that was like a national chain or just near me.
I'm pretty sure they still
Definitely an
exist.
East Coast chain because I've seen them. They still are around. Some
Oh
of them
my
are closing now. It took a long time for them to close.
Good for them. Yeah, we would go to that one because there was one not far from my house. I remember renting a lot of VHS. It's like a 30-minute special, and it was like the Jewel Kingdom series. It was called The Ruby Princess Runs Away, and it's not great, but it's very bad puppets and like not great CGI. A young Sarah Paxton's in one scene. It's literally like 30 to 45 minutes long, and it's about like these sisters who are princesses and they each have a jewel that corresponds to who they are. And, like,
Amazing. I love it. That reminds me of another one. It might have been the same production company because they must have had a deal with Blockbuster. It was Timmy the Tooth. He was a puppet and he was a tooth. That's all I remember. But he also had a Christmas special.
Bless.
We just saw those come out of the oven, so
they're here. I'm gonna eat one in a second, but they're very hot, so
that's understandable.
The chat is going off, y'all. We're at 103 comments.
Do you want to update us? What's going on, Zach?
It's so hard to update it because so much has happened. So there was the reveal. Joe Mock used to work for Hallmark, so in the Mock household, Kate said there was Christmas everywhere. So that's an amazing reveal. Alex is going off. There's so much. She says, thank you for the plushies to my mom, if she's still here. Mac loves The Incredibles. Kat says Mean Girls is the best Christmas movie of all time. Oh my God, so many things. There's my mom. She says she'll look for the Rudolph plushie because that's the one that has gone missing.